Now back to more Paul W. Smith on WJR. Once again substituting, here's Kevin Dietz.
Michigan is definitely a battleground state. Joe Biden and Donald Trump need to win Michigan. Donald Trump won last time over Hillary Clinton by less than 10,000 votes, and the Republicans would like to win it again, but it's an uphill battle. Joe Biden has been leading in the polls here in Michigan for months and months and months. But the gap has been narrowing, and Donald Trump has been talking a lot about law and order, and it's been resonating in the Midwest, and it's been resonating here in Michigan. And so the question is will this change how Joe Biden has to campaign here in the final 60 days or so? And joining us on the line now is Professor David Dulio of Oakland University. David, thanks for getting up early this morning with us.
No problem, Kevin.
So what is your take on what is going on in Michigan? There was a story out this morning where some people felt that Joe Biden now must get to Michigan and do some visits in person and let people here know that he's healthy enough to be the president of the United States. Does he have to get out and get on the move, or can he continue to do this via commercials and press conferences from his home?
Well, I think that you're seeing a couple of shifts in the Biden strategy, and it may be tied to those tightening poll numbers that you referenced in the open there. And I've heard the same stories. I've heard the same rumors that Biden will be traveling to Michigan, which is something that Hillary Clinton did not do in 2016 to her detriment. And if he comes here, it remains to be seen how those events would take place, given the restrictions that are in place and given the fact that Governor Whitmer has signaled to President Trump that he would not be able to hold a rally here. So we'll have to see what a potential Biden visit to Michigan would look like. I think another shift, also you mentioned in the open, the law and order message of the president, I think is forcing Joe Biden to shift a little bit. And just in the last week or so, we've heard him come out and condemn the violence and the riots that have been taking place in cities across the country. And it's not a pivot, but it's certainly a change in strategy.
Yeah, so I have a feeling that they've been filming new commercials recently, and they've been raising a lot of money, $300 million plus in the last month, in the month of August. Do you see this argument or this debate or this fight for the final few independent voters coming down to messaging on commercials, or do you think that this is going to play out in the debates, or do people really want personal visits to the state? Even if they don't come out to a rally, they can turn on the news and they can see that the candidate cared enough to come to your state to talk about your issues and to let you know that you're important to them.
Right. I think all three of those are important, but maybe in different ways for different people. Rallies, we saw in 2016 when candidate Donald Trump was here, many times, it really got his base fired up. It really got sort of an injection of enthusiasm into his supporters. So rallies are great for the base. Television commercials are still the most important method of persuasion, and they can help shift voters' attitudes and opinions about candidates. So I think for independent voters, persuadable voters that are left, those television commercials are important. And boy, are we going to see a lot of them. As you know, Donald Trump won Michigan and its 16 electoral votes last time by less than 11,000 votes. So whenever you've got a margin that thin, the next time around, every vote is really critical.
The president yesterday was in Wisconsin, and Joe Biden said that it was just a political ploy to try and win some points, that he shouldn't probably be there. Today, Joe Biden is going to be in Wisconsin. What do you make of him getting out on the road, getting to Wisconsin where there's been so much turmoil, how important is that for Biden, and what does it tell you about where we're at?
Well, I think that, I'm not sure how long that trip to Wisconsin has been on the former vice president's schedule, but it seems like you could look at the statement that you just made and come to the conclusion that, well, Trump went, I gotta go. Sort of a statement from the Biden campaign. And that may be the case. I think that, look, everything for the next 2 months is political, right? Everything for the next 2 months is tied to, for these campaigns, what can we do to get every last vote?
Is Michigan still up for grabs?
Oh, my goodness, yes. I don't think there's any question. It's going to be close.
It's going to be really fun to watch. All right, we appreciate you coming on. Time just flew by. We will definitely get you back on here in the next couple of weeks as this all unfolds. It's going to be very, very interesting as this race makes its way down the stretch. Thanks for being on the Paul W. Smith Show. David Dooley, Oakland University.